In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's check if this shit is on in the first place. Yep, yeah. On, ready to go. Welcome, everybody, to an episode of the Genius Brain Podcast. I've been trying to get this motherfucker in this shit for the longest time.
But we're here.
They tell me you travel a lot, bro.
Listen.
Rome in Rome is what they call you.
Listen, when in Rome, Rome travels. I try to get out. I try to I'm not a house guy. I'm not a house guy. But as I'm getting older, I'm becoming a house guy.
Why do you like traveling so much? Has there always been some shit that you do?
My parents are in the military. So I've been traveling since jump. Born in Germany, moved to Massachusetts, Panama, Florida, North Carolina, then went to Atlanta for college, moved out here. I could literally pick up and leave right now. So if I leave in the middle of the podcast, that's my bad. Like, bye.
Podcast is done, guys. Sorry. That's fucking tight.
Yeah,
man. When I had fucking Mike and Emmanuel on here, man, like we were supposed to. There's something that I wanted to ask you, just because we were supposed to get into the podcast, and they were gonna talk about it, but we didn't get into it.
I like it.
The missing member of Dormtainment.
Okay.
Like, just where the fuck did he go?
Well, listen. The best way I can put it is like shit happens. Like honestly, and in 2016, it just got to a point where we're like, you know what? We got to part ways as amicable as possible, and that's pretty much like that's how it goes. Of course, it's deeper than that, but it's like it is what it is at this point. And people still ask, we're like, it's been 3 years, guys. Like,
yeah,
we put out a statement like, hey, no longer part of the group, but it's okay. Nobody has any beef or nothing like that. It's just one of those things where, like, in a group, there's egos, there's dynamics, there's people. One person may feel this way if they don't communicate. And, as humans, communication is our worst part. We don't know how to communicate. Yeah. So, but then it gets to a point where it's like, all right, maybe something's a little off. So let's just call it how it is. And, that's just what it is. We've moved on, and like, it's just 5 of us now. So it was 6, now it's 5 of us, which is still a lot of people.
I know you went from a lot of people to a lot of people.
We went from a lot of people to like kind of a lot of people. So same shit, but yeah, man.
When he was in the group, he did a lot of music too, right?
Yeah. Me and him, because we both went to school for audio production.
Oh.
Yeah. Went to school for also mix and master and all that shit. Yeah.
Wait, so do you do all the when you guys were originally doing all like you guys' original music and shit?
We flipped and flopped. Everybody, I do everything now for me and Cam's group, Tropical Storm, which is one of the, if you haven't heard of Tropical Storm, it's a group of two rappers, and our number one hit is a song called "Dick Touch the Water." Phenomenal song. But yeah, so I do all the tracks for that. Mike's been in the production and stuff now for a little while, so he's been making beats for our new show, Room Noise, and stuff like that. We've all been a musically inclined group, which is kind of weird.
Man.
It's very interesting that only 2 of us went to school for actual music, but everybody has like an ear for music, and
that's just fucking hard though, man. Like,
it's tough.
Doing comedy music is fucking difficult. And I don't think people realize that shit, because there's a couple of people right now that are trying to do comedy albums, and I heard it, and that shit is terrible. Like, that shit, like, I'm gonna
let you know it's not good.
Yeah. And the problem is, especially like in this space, because I feel like there's a lot of people that I like I fuck with them, right?
Yeah.
And me being an opinionated comic, I want to talk about how trash their shit is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think it's a bad look for me to go out of my way to trash somebody's work.
Yeah, because it's like, you can't. It's just like waking up in the morning, calling them, "Hey, I listened to your album yesterday. It just wasn't good." It's like, fuck, man. I just woke up. Like, they have to at least ask you, like, what I'm saying, like, "Hey, what you think?" And then you have to kind of like, you got to present it to them, and like it's like presenting somebody like a bowl of shit with a nice garnish around it, like, here.
And I found out too, it really depends on how much I like the person. Like, if I really like the person, then I'll like tiptoe around certain words.
Maybe you could work on.
Yeah, but if we're just like barely there, then I'm like, this shit was fucking terrible, man. What the fuck were you thinking?
No, like, people, I thought a lot of people ask, they're like, so you guys, like, because our show Room Noise, we take a topic.
Which I don't even know how the fuck you do that. That shit's so hard.
We take a topic like cartoons, throw a bunch of old cartoons in there, pick a cartoon out, pick a vibe out the box, whether it's reggae, whether it's I don't know, anything pop, whatever it is, pick a vibe, and then we have to create the song on the spot there.
That one track that you guys did, it kind of had like an Outkast vibe.
Yeah, that was fucking Claude. We had old man names.
You had fucking Jay Snow, dog. I haven't heard of that dude in a fucking minute.
And he came in there and killed. It was great. Like it was dope. And it's funny because each time we pick something out the bowl, it's never something that we want. We're like, fuck, we got to figure this out. And for this and. How editing usually works is like, we'll just edit it to make it look like no, we stick with the same thing. We're like, we got to keep the integrity of the show. I don't like that word, but we got to keep the integrity of the show. And so we end up just sticking with it. And usually the ones we don't want are the best songs that we end up doing. Like when we picked Lando from Star Wars, when What's Good was on with us, we were like, Lando, I don't know anything about Lando. Then we went and researched, and then we ended up coming with a fire song for Lando. Like it was dope.
Wes is like if you guys don't know who Wes is, Wes Good. He actually he went to school with a buddy of mine that works for this other company called JK Films, and they all went to Full Sail, which is like an art school. Wes is fucking mad talented.
Wes is a beast.
And I always thought that, when that whole Vine shit was popping off, Wes never got as much respect as the other people did, but his content was better.
Here's the thing. Wes was helping everybody with the shit. That's the crazy part that I don't think people know. I think Wes was behind the scenes, like, showing, because he come from a directing.
He's a film background.
He's a film background. So I think he's behind the scenes. He knows all these people. And then it got to a point where he was like, wait, I'm helping everybody. I need to do my own shit, and that's when he started doing this. But like, no, Wes is super talented. Like, he's very talented.
Like I saw his videos, and he's on that director side. Yeah. So when he went on the Vine thing, I think his Vines and his Instagram videos were always a level above everybody else's, but they weren't dumb enough to pop off. That's what I always said about his shit.
That's the fucking. Ain't that some shit? You got to be stupid.
Like his shit wasn't the gunshot fat ass type of shit. His shit was creative, and he always did his shit next level. Which is where you fucked up, Wes. you should have done that.
Shit down. Don't be out here talented. What's wrong with you? That's like, I mean, even with all of us come from a different realm of YouTube and all that shit. We've been here. We've all been here for a little while, and like. Even I look at videos on like Instagram, stuff like that, and I be like, we did that joke in 2009.
Yo, that's what I'm saying, man. Like I've been seeing stuff from back in the day, like your sketches, my buddy's sketches, my sketches, and they're doing it again. And I'm like, that's mine, dude.
I've been doing but it's like.
But, I think people get influenced from stuff they've seen in the past, and they probably don't even know.
Yeah. Right. And there's what are we going to do? Just sit here and be old men and bitter about it?
I ain't trying to get in that category, dude. Nah, I can't be in that category.
Back in my day, we used to do the video like, oh, man, fuck it. You go do more. That's the thing. When you're talented, it doesn't matter because you just keep creating new shit. Exactly, it's easy. It's easy.
Yo, fucking Wes, man. There's one thing, though. I want to bring on this podcast because I do want to talk to him about this fool's like new quiet-ass voice that he's been doing. Yeah, I know, Wes. You need to cut that shit out, bro.
That's his voice.
Nah, man. Like I met him back in the day, like 8 years ago. I don't know what the fuck it is, but he got this whole like Jaden Smith like fucking lip bite and fucking forehead scrunch thing going on now. I'm like, let's cut that shit out, bro.
Stop that shit.
This motherfucker. I'm on a podcast with my buddy of mine, Tim. You know Tim, right?
Yeah, Tim. Yeah.
This motherfucker talking into the mic. He was like, yeah, man. Like I'm just over here, just trying to do my thing. I'm like, man, yo, Wes, what the fuck is with your voice, bro?
That's his voice. First off, Wes looks like he's 17. I don't know what type of water he's drinking, but I need to find out because like this dude has the fountain of youth secret. Like it's crazy.
It's because he fucking grew up in Asia. That's why.
I get it now.
That's why he's 5'1".
A lot of hot soups. A lot of fucking hot soups going on.
That food looks mad fucking young.
He does. He does. I'm not mad at it. Question: what made you come up with this logo here?
So this shit right here. GeniusBrain was this like phrase that somebody used for somebody who always tries to act like they're fucking smart. So it's really just calling somebody stupid.
Yeah.
So that's what the GeniusBrain concept is, and this is an isometric art where you kind of create a world within this one little cube. And so the artist that I hit up is from Asia, and paid him a fucking shit ton of money to do this.
Yeah. No, that's dope though.
And he kind of already knew who I was, which was dope. And I just said, hey, like this is what the concept is. You're the artist. I want you to create whatever you want. Don't even ask for my input. Just this is what I'm telling you what I am. You know who I am. Mm-hmm. Create something this podcast is going to be about anything and everything. Yeah. And then do what you want. And they created this, and I fucking loved it. So
fucking dope, man. That's cool. Man. Have you still been working out?
Not as much as dog. I'm on this traveling food show. This shit is fucking me up, bro. I was supposed to look like you, and it just didn't, and it didn't happen.
Wait, working out makes you black? Is that what happens?
My fucking pigment is not working out. I got 3 dark dots. It's happening.
I can
slowly.
see it. No, I see it coming in slowly.
No,
fucking, it's tough, man. I tell people all the time, like, they're like, "Oh, you're out there doing your thing." I'm like, listen. Every day is a struggle. It's not a get up and like, oh yeah, let's go. No, it's tough. You gotta fight through that shit. Like,
you be doing some fucking new age workout bullshit though, dog.
No.
You got a fucking 3-year-old on your back with a rope fucking throwing it down. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this guy doing, man?
My trainer Omar, like every time we come in, I'm like, he has something new, and I'm like, what do you do? Like, you just sit at home and just like, all right, how am I gonna ruin somebody's life tomorrow in the gym? Like,
this one just got some crazy ass like racial workouts too. We're gonna do a 12 years a slave today. It's like, what the fuck is that, bro?
Like, what's going on? Are we gonna go underground, right? We're gonna run through a tunnel. Like, what are we doing? But I mean, I can't even be mad because like it's at 31. I'm in the best shape of my life. Like when I was 21, I wasn't in this good of shape. That's the crazy part because I was eating everything. I wasn't working out.
How do you stay consistent with that shit? Because fucking Mike and Emmanuel told me you were fat before.
Yeah, I was fat.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, I would have never known that shit.
I look like a lesbian. I like a fat lesbian. Like I was like, why the fuck? How did I go from a lesbian to a man?
they told me that they still see the fat in you sometimes. Like that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it just be like creeping out a little bit.
I'd be like, yeah, let me get one more. Let me get one more. Like that, the fat's never gonna leave my heart. It just left some of my body, but I'm still even worse. Like. Bottom gut is the toughest part. Like the gut, like at the bottom is the toughest part.
Man, I got bottom gut, side tit, top tit. I got fucking
all type of tit, back tit.
Back tit, dude. Let me tell you something about back tit, bro. Like back tit is something that you don't recognize, somebody else recognizes in you. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than somebody pointing out a flaw, but they're like kind of helping you a little bit. Like I was on set one time and this guy had an aerial shot of he was doing an aerial shot for me, and before we started he was like, hey, let me talk to you for a second. He pulls me to the side. I'm like, oh shit, did that fuck up? Like we even started the shot. He's like, hey man, when you're doing the scene, make sure you keep your chin up and da da da. He was like, I was like, is something going on? He was like, yeah, I can see you getting a little thin at the top. I said, oh shit.
Oh no. Oh no. It's like, oh bro, god damn it.
It's like he's helping me, but fuck you, I didn't want to know that right now.
Yeah, I didn't want to know I'm getting thin at the top, bro.
Shit.
Keep
and I'm
that
like,
fucking shit to yourself.
And me and Emmanuel was talking about that in the kitchen the other day. He was like, being bald is fine.
Yeah.
Balding is the weird. That's spot. The weird in between spot. So it's like either let it go or like try to figure that shit out.
Yeah, but here's the shit though. This is what I say. This is what I always say. Like if I were ever to be a bald man, I want to be a black bald man. You know why? Because you guys had Jordan, and ever since Jordan, everybody was like, you know what? Being bald's not that bad.
Yeah, he brought bald in because he had hair into the league.
And then shaved that shit off.
And when he shaved it off, nobody like made an uproar. Yeah. It was like, all right. It's just and he had a bald head without a lot of facial hair.
Yeah.
And I don't trust people without a lot of facial hair. I'm sorry, David.
Let me tell you something. I've been growing this beard since I was fucking, it's been 30 years, bro. It's not happening.
Like, what are you doing over there? What's going on with your face?
Yeah,
but no, happening. Like he came in with no facial hair and it's like, oh, I like this look. Like, no, right. Like as a black man, if I went bald, it's fine. Cause I've had a low fade before and it's like, I kind of already looked kind of bald when I had a low fade with like a nice beard. All right, cool. But being balding, like my dad is 57. He has hair, but right in the middle where it's just thin. And I said, Pops, like,
just let it go, man.
Who are you trying to impress? You've been fucking the same woman. Yeah. But like, what are you trying to impress now? Like, stop. That's enough. He had my little brother at 50. And that completely made him gray after that. I said, because you're stressed. It's a child.
There's some people though, they identify with their hair. Like
that's true.
Like it's their shit. Like, buddy of mine from high school. Yeah. Had to see this dude in a fucking minute. I'm telling you right now, he's like one of those dudes that he's been lining his hair up by himself since we were kids. And I gotta tell you something right now, like just watching him line his hair up, like he took off his cap when we were out in Sacramento and we're getting some drinks, and I saw him just take off his cap and rub his head. This motherfucker lined his head at the middle of his head. And I was like, bro, at this point, let it go.
So he had a nice cul-de-sac. He had a suburban head.
This motherfucker lined it up right here. It's dead middle of his head.
Oh, you gotta let that go.
I'm like, what are you lining up right now, bro? Let that shit go.
That shit out of here.
That shit was fucking ridiculous.
And I'm not even afraid to be bald. That's the thing. I don't like the balding process. So if I see it start to get crazy, I'm gonna be like, all right, that's it. Like,
I can't be bald, dude.
Your head is way too big to be bald.
Dog, if I go fucking bald, man, I'm gonna look like a fucking milk dog. Like,
you're gonna look like the Epcot Center.
Yeah. And you know what the thing is though? I got a beautiful round head. Like, it's round as fuck. There's not a single lump.
But just
there's some people that just don't look good bald, and I am one of them.
Yeah. I couldn't see you. Yeah, I couldn't see you bald. Like, no.
I mean, you could, but I would be at a temple praying. That's what that's what you would see.
Hey, y'all seen David lately? No, he's been over with the monks. Just
that's that shit too, because I've always grew up with thin hair. Like I have like fine hair.
Yeah.
So like I started getting worried. Like, am I getting bald? So every time I get my hair like cut up and lined up, I'm like, yo, am I bald? And like, no, you're good. Like, I'll let you know when it's time. And I'm like, you're not there.
A barber's gonna tell you the truth too. Hey man, like
I'm not really cutting anything.
I'm not. It's time to let it go.
I think what's gonna happen is like when I get my hair cut, the motherfucker's just gonna be like, I'm just gonna charge you half, and I'm like, why? Why are you gonna charge me half for? It's like, I just really didn't do much work.
I didn't do anything too much. I was thinking, I just talked about my dad with my little brother, because I have two little brothers. One is 13 and one is about to be 7. And I'm just like, I'm thinking about my dad at 57 with a 13 and a 7-year-old. I was like, I wonder if he cusses at them a lot, because I feel like I'm gonna be a cusser. Because I've been cussing a long time now, and I just can't stop. I've tried to literally be like, all right, you know what? For the next 72 hours, I'm gonna try not to cuss, and it floats. Like, bitch is my favorite word. I love it. You know what a
podcast does to you though? It shows you your tendencies when you speak. It shows you how fucked up you speak. And it shows you how much you curse. I didn't realize how much I cursed until this podcast, man. Every other word is a fuck. And I didn't even notice this shit, because it's just something I've done since I was a kid.
And it's like where did it come? Like, I'm trying to figure out, even when I first started, like, who influenced me? You ever thought about like who influenced you?
Oh, I already know why I started cursing. Like, I started cursing because when I was a kid, I was super violent. I used to get in a lot of fights.
Okay.
And I think it was because I just always had pent up aggression. So instead of just punching people in the face,
crouching tighter, hidden David.
Crouching tighter, hidden David people. What I decided to do was just curse. Like, I would just like verbally let out my stress.
So that's like fighting, but verbally fighting.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like, even my lady has to understand when I'm in the car and I'm pissed off, just let me say my shit. Like, I'm not gonna do anything.
I'm not. Yeah, just let me get it out.
Just let me get it out. Like this, like somebody comes up and crosses me off. I'm like,
because nobody likes to be constipated.
Exactly.
I don't want to hold this shit in. I need to let this out.
I found this shit out because I did this thing called Rage Cage in New York, where you just bust up old printers and plates and shit. And so it's for people.
So satisfying.
Yeah. So here's the shit. I found out I'm not even that angry of a person, and it's not because I'm not an angry person.
Yeah.
It's because I constantly let it out. I don't hold shit in.
No.
So after I broke one thing, I was like, I'm good, man. Like,
yeah, so you're the type. So if you have a disagreement with a friend, you're gonna go ahead. Like, we're gonna talk. We're gonna go ahead and let this out. We're gonna figure this out.
Yeah, with the friend, I'll do it very cordially. If it's somebody I don't like, it's not gonna happen. Fuck you. Like, it's not gonna happen. It's just like you even know I dislike you.
It's like you already know I don't like you, so I'm just gonna let you have it.
Dude, there's some people in this world, like, I know for a fact if they die, like, I would go to that funeral just to fucking piss in their grave so they have a little piece of me with them. Like, there's some motherfuckers, dude.
David.
I'm talking about. I grew up in a Christian household, but I don't give up. But
that's crazy, man. That's funny you say that. Do you ever feel? It's funny, like,
God knows my soul.
Amen. Yeah, that's what I be thinking. I'm like, you know what?
God, you know me.
Like my, you ever talk to a guy like one of your homies? Hey, my bad, dog. Like, you know what
I say?
Fault.
I used to say this shit. So I used to be a youth minister.
Yeah.
I used to say this shit all the time to my kids. I was like, I know that my relationship with God is better than most people because I talk to God like he's a friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I've been hearing some people's prayers are like, dear Lord, Heavenly Father on earth and in the ground above and the sea below. Like motherfucker, you know how I talk to God? I'm just like, God, why you do me like that, man?
Well, come on, man. Like, you know I ain't trying to do that today. Like, come on, man.
Like, why you gotta do me like that,
But I feel like
man?
that's how it should be. Because if we're supposed to have this divine connection, everything, why can't I would talk like this to you, like my home, like it's like, yo, like, what's good?
I have some of the fucking worst luck on earth, and I just have to. I always talk to God, just like, yo, come on, man, like, you got to give me a break.
What's a bad day for you? I'm trying to figure, like, if I'm trying to think in my mind, like, what's been a day where I've been like, fuck this day,
man. I had some I mean, there was one year where just shit was just fucking crumbling right before my eyes, and I was just like, you know what, God, you fucked up, man. Like, there's some people, there are murderers in this world that you should be attacking. You gonna attack me?
But that's the thing. It's because we are actually really good people.
Oh, for sure. I will say that I'm a fucking good person.
We're great people. So, like, I feel like it has to happen to us.
Yeah.
Because if it happens to the people who are terrible, the world it'll just be a shit show out here.
Who the fuck was in the Bible? Was it Job? Was he the one that had the meteor come and crash into his fucking farm?
Oh, and took his whole family out, everything. Yeah. And he had to figure everything out.
Yeah,
Job,
That was the story.
Job had to go get a job.
Job lost his job.
When I heard that story, I was like, oh, everything was taken from us. Shit. But you see these people, they always come back, and it's just like, all right, so we're doing something right, but it's just like, and I never forget. Did you watch Entourage?
Yeah.
Jerry Ferrara, Turtle, that played Turtle.
Yep, Turtle. Yeah.
He came on our podcast. God bless him to this day. And he came on our podcast 2015. Which he didn't even have to do. First off, he stunted on us because he pulled up in a Maserati. Come on, we in it. Like, stop.
I would have keyed that shit. I would have keyed that shit immediately.
Come on, Jerry. But on the podcast, he said one of the realest things I heard. He was like, "This industry is meant to break you. Like, it's meant to break you.
Oh, for sure.
Like, it's not meant to. Hey, I want to see you succeed. No. If you're gonna come in here." You're gonna fight. It's like you're going through the dungeon of them boss levels in games. Yeah. You have to keep going. Like, you got to fight each level. And I try to tell people that all the time. Like, when you come to Hollywood or you come out here thinking you want to be a podcaster, a actor, a comedian, whatever it is, get ready. Like,
and I always
strap
say too,
up,
man. Like, Hollywood don't owe you shit.
They don't owe you nothing.
They don't owe you shit. That's why when people walk away and they're upset at these auditions that they don't get, I understand what you're going through because that shit's rough.
It's just tough.
But just keep it in your back pocket to know that they don't owe you anything. They really don't. And whatever shit that you've been through, they've also been through it too. So they're already pretty jaded.
Yeah.
And acting in and of itself is already a tough art.
That's tough. That's such an emotional. You got to be so vulnerable in every.
Man, dude.
That's why comedy is great for us, because even though low key, like when you think about fucking Jim Carrey, phenomenal actor, which I didn't figure out until later in life. I was like, this dude can really act.
I'm telling you right now, like, what I'm finding out about this space is that I feel that I'm not weird enough to be successful. The weirdest motherfuckers, I'm talking about some weird ass motherfuckers that I've met. Yeah. They are the most successful human beings, dude. They're fucking weird. Like, in a one-on-one interaction, I'm like, I don't fuck with you.
I wouldn't hang out with you.
But your art is crazy because you're fucking insane, dude. Like, nobody is on your wavelength. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jim Carrey, he's fucking weird, dog.
And he's a master painter. Like, this man paints.
Like, what the fuck is that about?
Where did that come from?
This fool is over here. He's like one of those like Kim Possible shits. He's like on this shit. He's like strapped up above a canvas and he's floating and he's painting this. Like, come on, bro.
And it's a beautiful piece. Like, what is this? Like, who are you? And it's like, but do we all have that to tap into? I was like, art painting for me it's a shit show.
Oh yeah,
my art in school, I didn't even want to draw because like this shit looks like I vomited on the paper.
Dog, I was so lazy. I had my best friend on here, and back in the day, we had this math project, and we were supposed to create this like game board and shit. I'm so bad at fucking art or anything in that type of sense. We went to Home Depot and we got these like paint sample cards, and we used that as tiles around the game board because we didn't want to paint it ourselves. And we called that shit Ghettopoly.
I think I played that before.
Somebody stole that idea.
That's my life, Ghetto. That's what's going on.
Yeah, it's Ghettopoly.
But no, it's like I wasn't a drawer. I wasn't a painter. I'm trying to figure out when I figured out what I could do. Like, I was trying to figure out what grade was I in where I was like, well, I know I always had music in my back pocket because I started playing trumpet first. That was my first instrument, trumpet. And so I went from trumpet to like percussion to like the drum line. And so I was like, all right, music is there. And I started rapping like 8th grade. And I was like, all right, music there. But I never seen myself full on comedy or nothing like that. It wasn't until I met the guys. And it's like sometimes I feel like you meet people that have to pull shit out of you because it's harder for us to look at ourselves and be like, all right, what can I do good? Somebody has to be like,
oh, you might have some shit.
Yeah, you might have some shit in there. Like, and I feel like that's just signs from the universe, and just like, hey, you might have it. But I'd never seen myself in LA doing comedy full time.
That's why I don't man, when I hear some people's stories, like these highly successful people, and they said that they've been able to conceptualize and envision what they wanted since day one. I don't know what that's like.
I don't know. Honestly, I haven't.
So I like when I go to these college shows, and I think that's the answer that they want from me. Like they almost have this preconceived like thought of, oh, David, so how did you get to where you're at?
What was that moment?
They want to hear the story of, when I was a kid, like I was taking a shit in my diaper, and I was like, yo, man, I'm gonna be a comedian because life's shit, and I gotta make it fun, and I gotta rap.
So do you think some of those stories are bullshit? Because it's kind of weird. Not bullshit, but it's like, you mean to tell me you knew, like you might have known I can be I feel like I could be like, but you knew what
and maybe it's just because people are different. And I think that when you become a multifaceted human being, which basically what I'm saying is that I'm shit at a lot of things. Like that's just a nice way of saying it.
I just sample life different,
and I'm just really bad at a lot of things. Like I think that it becomes hard for me to be focused on that singular thing because my life goal isn't to be just an entertainer. I just want to be happy. And I'm trying to fulfill whatever that is to fill this goal of being happy. Yeah. It doesn't matter what it is, man. So when people say to me, yo, what would happen if, I don't know, like YouTube explodes? I was like, YouTube explodes, then life moves on.
Life moves on.
I'll work at a Chick-fil-A. I don't know. Like, I'll figure it out.
It's some people that if Instagram was to go down today, it's a wrap.
Dog, you see that one fucking girl? It was like a few months ago where I guess like her account got deleted or some shit.
She went nuts.
Dog, this bitch, I would have thought she had fucking hemoblycetoma stage 13, 14 cancer, dude. Like, I don't know the scientific terms of this shit.
Just some
hemoglobophycetoma.
Like, basically, you could see through her stomach.
Like you would have thought a tumor was coming out of her pussy. Like, this bitch was she was just like, you don't know, like, this is what I do for a living. Like, this is like, I can't do anything else. Like, I don't have any other skills. I'm like, well, get some skills.
That's
then,
the
bitch.
thing. It's the difference between doing something for a living and doing something that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Because if I'm passionate about being happy, comedy, then if everything goes down, all right, well, I guess I'll just pull up to a club and
do some shit. I'll be up on Santa Monica making some fucking animal balloons.
Like, it just, hey, did that make you laugh? Which I think is a fucking crazy talent.
The balloon shit? It is crazy.
It's great. Like, who thought I'm going to make some fucking animals out of these balloons?
I feel so fucked up, though. Like, I don't know what it is about me that makes me hate magic so much.
You hate magic?
Like motherfuckers that come up.
What kind of black heart do you have?
Dog.
He hates magic?
Dog, I hate magic with a passion. I don't know what it is. And I'm not sure it's that I hate magic. I think I hate people who approach me and then try to do magic without me asking. They go,
you hate dickheads. Like, that's not what.
So I went to this Magic Castle thing. If you haven't been in Magic Castle, it's just literally this castle where there's just a bunch of magicians and all these magician shows in there. And Tim loves that shit. I fucking hate that shit. But so my girlfriend at the time, she brought me there and she was like, yo, I'm gonna take you to Magic Castle, blah blah blah. And for me, what I figured out in a relationship was that even if I don't like something, I will enjoy it the moment with you because you enjoy it, not because I don't like it, right?
Yeah.
So I went there, and then right off the bat, just come in. This guy's just like, pick a card, any card, and I'm like, I will fucking stab you. Get the fuck away from me,
but you can't walk into somebody's lair and not think that like.
I know, it was just like the worst situation ever, and I'm just sitting here, I'm impressed that they could do this shit, right?
Yeah.
It's just a weird thing. Maybe not in that Magic Castle situation, but I'm just at a party just chilling, having drinks.
Gotcha.
And then somebody is like, I do magic. I'm like, that's fucking funny. I could fucking care less. What's your name, jackass?
That's one thing that pisses me off. If we're chilling and you automatically either ask me what I do or tell me what you do, and I don't even know, like, who are you?
It's like a YouTuber who comes up to a girl and just is like, "Oh, do you know I'm on YouTube?" It's the same shit, dude. It's like I don't. What the fuck? How is that your intro?
Yeah,
bro?
That's not that. Like, you are a dick. Like, what? Yeah. Listen, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Like, oh, all right, I'm on Pornhub. Like, I don't know what you want.
Like everything he does is magic too. It'll be like, "Oh, what's your name?" He goes, "I don't know. Look at the back of the card." Like, okay,
I will fight you.
I'm gonna fucking fist. I'm gonna build a time machine so I can go back in time to find the moment you found magic, and I'm gonna burn those cards.
But what did that is everybody has to be seen. Everybody has to be seen. It's like we don't have. You remember, like I was talking to the guys on the podcast a couple weeks ago about this. Remember, like, I don't know, like some people where you just knew people even in your neighborhood and like even in your community.
Yeah.
You might go to a neighbor and be like, oh, hey, what's up? Like, you just talk. Nobody has to know about it. You just talk, you go. Now I just feel like it's always a show. Hey, did you know I'm on YouTube? Did you know? Like, yo, can we just talk? Like, what's wrong with you?
Remember that phrase that was popping off is like fucking video or didn't happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, why?
Why?
Like, that's the weird shit too. It's like all this like weird shit happens to me in LA.
Yeah.
But I'm so busy trying to experience it and then try to figure out like something funny about it. I don't whip out my phone. And then I'm like, oh, but in my mind too, I'm like, fuck, maybe I should have recorded it. But at the time, like, I don't think about that.
You're not thinking about it at all.
It's not our generation to fucking whip out a phone and record everything that's popping off.
Yeah. Next generation's fucked.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like if you didn't record it,
we're like the guinea pigs. We're like the experimental stage. They're gonna do tests on us and probably or on the people who are all on Instagram in like 50 years, and they're gonna be like, oh, their brains are just it's fried out here. Like,
that's why sometimes it's hard for me because I started doing like back in the day. I remember I started doing daily vlogging, and that shit was great. It was doing really well. People love that shit. And I did it because I enjoyed it. But then when I started to realize when I was on these vacations and I was recording everything every day,
it's taxing,
the only thing I could remember was what I saw through the screen and not what I saw with my eyes.
And now you can't even be a good storyteller.
Yeah, like I don't. Like,
that's what I'm saying. You can't like be, and that's we have to be storyteller. Like shit like this, talking for an hour and a half. You got to be able to tell story, carry conversation. But if we're always here, then our lens is literally this is it. Like this is all we get. And it's like, what happened to like Campfire Story? That's why they were so good, because you'd be like, oh shit, what happened next? All right, tell me.
Dog, I would love to see like a bunch of 15-year-olds go camping now without their phones and see what happens.
They would panic.
That should be battle royale. Motherfuckers would die. I want to do that shit. I want to come in, just knock these kids out, and then leave one phone. And see what they do with that shit. I want to see what they would do with that shit.
They would panic.
And I'm not saying any better either, because like I think I might feel a certain way too.
Oh
like,
no, for sure.
Yeah.
But you're gonna figure it out, because we come from playing outside. Like we played outside. We're gonna figure this shit out. But they would be in a panic. In a complete panic.
This podcast is brought to you by Raycon. Hey guys, are you walking around with earbuds all day with wires on it? Well, what are you doing, dummy? You got to get on that wireless game, man. But I know for a fact that wireless earbuds can be really, really expensive. Or the inexpensive ones, they aren't cutting it. Well, have you heard of Raycon, my friends? Raycon earbuds is the earbuds of my choice, and it's the one that I've been using, and it's wireless. I love wireless earbuds, man. I need wireless when I walk around, especially when I'm working out and I got a wire in my face. No siree. You already know. Raycon earbuds start at about half the price of any other premium wireless earbuds on the market, and they sound just as amazing as other top audio brands you know. And Raycon's latest model, the E25, is their best one yet, with 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, and a more compact design that gives you a nice noise isolating fit. Raycon's wireless earbuds are very comfortable, perfect for on-the-go listening and for taking phone calls, my friends. Unlike some of other wireless options, Raycon earbuds are both stylish and discreet, with no dangling wires or stems. And you've heard me talk about how the company was co-founded by Ray J and celebrities, my friends, such as Snoop D-O-double-G. And you know, if Uncle Snoop's on that, it gots to be dope. They're obsessed with Raycons, so make sure you guys pick up a pair and see what the hype is about. Now is the time to get the latest and greatest from Raycon. Get 50% off your order at buyraycon.com/brain. That's buyraycon.com/brain for 15% off Raycon wireless earbuds. Buyraycon.com/brain. Cop yourself a pair of these, because I use them on a daily, and I really do enjoy them. Like, I love camping because, like, I think I enjoy cooking a lot.
Yeah.
So, of course, fucking fat fuck. But when we go camping, the first thing I talk about, I'm like, well, what we gonna eat? You know?
Ain't that what you say every day? I say the same thing. Like, as soon as you get done doing something, all right, so what we about to eat? That's most of my money when I know I get I'm making it's gonna go to fucking food.
Yep.
I told the guy, I remember I said, or I forgot who I was talking to. I was like, I don't think my kitchen's gonna see me for a long time, because I'm not gonna want to fucking go in there. Because once you got the money, you're like, oh,
just go out and eat. You fucking go out and eat.
Or it'll come to me. Like, I don't like that's. Oh, even though the process of cooking can be fun, but you only gonna do that here and there. Like,
dog, remember back in the days when fucking an appetizer wasn't even an option?
Appetizer. appetizer, bitch. No.
Somebody's like, hey, what would you like an appetizer? I was like, you trying to upsell me? Bitch?
Like,
get the fuck
get
out of here,
here.
dude. I will slap the shit out of you.
Appetizer? What's wrong with you?
I was like, would you like a drink? No, I would not. Like,
no.
Would you like a
I'm
tip?
about to be thirsty as fuck here. Like, just give me the food.
Because my shit was this, like, either I get this Sprite or you get a tip. So
which...
what's it gonna be?
You tell me. Which reminds me, yesterday me and Mike are riding in the car, and we're talking about how this thing with people nowadays. It's women and men, but it's a lot of women. They have the most unread texts I've ever seen in my life. Like, one of my friends says she had 800 unread messages.
Because a bitch got fucking options. That's why, motherfucker. I don't got options.
And then
like that.
I tell girls to send me their screenshot. It's fucking 400. What the fuck are y'all doing? What? First off, you being a bitch. Like, you being rude. Like, what is wrong with you? Answer back. And they be like, oh, well, I just be forgetting sometimes. No.
You don't forget 1,000 texts, bitch.
Like,
the fuck you mean you forget it?
Nah.
It's not an email, bitch.
And so then I'm like, but then they'll go online and complain, oh, nobody is giving me attention. But then they say, but it's not the attention that I want. But then they'll be like, I want to go out on a date, take me out to eat or something. No. And me and Mike were like, you know what? This take me out to eat shit has to stop.
Yeah.
Because it's like if we were having real conversations, so say I meet a girl, let's say I do something that people don't like doing, I call you instead of texting you the whole time.
Yeah.
We have conversations. We converse for a week, and I'm like, you know what? I found out that she is into fitness. You found out, so now the baseline isn't going out to eat.
Yeah.
Now we can actually go do something. You know what I'm saying? We can go do an activity. All this fucking, why don't you take me out to eat? You just hungry. Go to the fucking, go eat.
Dog, on some real shit, dude, you want to hear some fucking shit? So Tim told me this story where he had a homegirl that was on Twitter. Yeah. And she put out this tweet, like, I would just like, I'm paraphrasing, by the way. I'm not sure exactly what she said, but it was something along the lines of, I just miss those days when when people would just text you a good morning, right? And then Tim's like, oh, she just wants a good morning? This motherfucker in the morning said, hey, good morning. And then she wrote back, what's up? And he's like, I was like, no, I'm just saying good morning because you said that you would like. She goes, oh, okay, like whatever. And I'm like, you fucking bitch. Like why'd you put that shit up then?
You're just not satisfied. Like, what do you want?
Like, what the fuck do you want?
What do you want? Like, and it's this whole ghosting thing. It's like, yo, somebody's showing you interest. If you don't like them, just say, hey, look, I'm not interested right now. Yeah, that's it.
And I'll be honest with you too. When sometimes people said like, yo, I'm a little too busy. I know people who are busy and who aren't. Right. Mm-hmm. I know people when they're like busy,
legit busy.
I understand. It's like, I get it. Some other people, when you say you're busy, you know for a fact that you're not, because if it was something really important that you wanted, you would respond. Yeah. And that's just facts. Yeah, you know what I mean? And my thing is too, is like, people don't even have to respond to me immediately.
No, I have no,
like, you can respond 5-6 hours later. That's fine. Just give me a response. Just you know,
and then it's this thing where they'll try to pick up a conversation like a day or something later.
Dog,
I will fucking yo. What type of rude shit is that? I would at least be like, hey, yo, I am sorry. My day yesterday was wild. I am so sorry. What's going on? How can I? They just, hey, what's good? I text you 5 days ago. What the fuck? What are you doing? Yeah. Stop doing that to people, man. Like, that's wild to me.
There's a fucking girl I know, this bitch. I literally stopped talking to her in general just because her text responses were so fucking delayed and late. It pissed me off because the bitch was ugly too. So I'm like, who the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, you got to understand who you are.
You got to, hey, come down. Like, come down a little bit.
And the funny thing was, it was more like, not because she was ugly, but it's more like, I wouldn't respond back to her text because it became habitual that it's like, oh, you're not somebody that's on the priority respond list because you don't really respond back to my text. So I'll respond to it when I want. Not to be spiteful. It's just more like, you're not that important because if clearly like you're too busy or some shit. Yeah. So I'll respond to it whenever. But when I met up with her in person, she goes, thanks for responding back to my text. And I said, what? Oh, okay. With the fucking sharp T at the end. What? I said, what? Yeah, no, I was like, what do you mean? She goes, well, I texted you about this thing and you didn't hit me back up. I'm like, oh, and I literally said to her face, I go, that's because you are not a priority in my life. I was like, when I text you, you don't respond back. She goes, well, I get busy. Well, bitch, I was busy too then. What the fuck what do you mean?
And here's the thing. I'm okay with being busy.
Yeah, that's all good.
Being busy and being rude are two different things. Yeah. It's two different things. If we do a lot of shit. I know we do a lot of shit.
For sure.
We do a lot of shit. We're bouncing around. I'm coming here to podcast. I got to go home. I got to edit stuff. But in between time, if I see a message and I'm like, all right, I know I got to get back to that. There's going to be a downtime in my day where I'm going to be like, hey, I was a little busy earlier. What's going on?
Yeah.
That's all. Like, I'm not tripping. That's all I want. Like, just a respect thing. Like, especially you gave me your number.
Yeah, you're the one that allowed me to contact you. Why? Why?
Here, let me give it back then, since you don't fucking need it. Like, and it's just weird. So like when Mike said that yesterday, I was like, that makes sense. Why does dinner have to equate a first date? Like, why does that have to be? Fuck it, let's go get some tea. Let's talk over tea.
That's like those type of habits are like some ghetto habits though. What I realized, because you know what I still do that I didn't realize was like a ghetto person thing, like a hood thing. It's like I still do this shit where I get a bill and you know they send the bill like 20 days before it's due. Motherfucker, I wait to the last.
Oh yeah, right in that pocket.
I do that shit right before I get a notice that it's a delinquent fucking bill. I didn't realize that was like a ghetto person thing. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, how long can I push this? Because I'm really trying to keep this $2,000 in my bank account.
Yeah, how long can I really? Because that shit adds up, man. You're like, fuck, man. And then what's the worst is feeling like you pay a bill and then it comes right back around.
Yes.
You're like, yo, didn't I just
That's why I try to get my shit on auto pay, so it's like out of mind, out of sight. Because I don't want to physically hit that button that this money's gonna get out of my bank account.
It's gonna piss me off.
I hate that shit, man.
That shit is whack, man.
I wish I don't have to pay taxes, dude.
Yo,
I really don't. Fuck that shit.
I've done jobs out here, and I look at the tax, and I'm like, were y'all on set with me?
Yeah.
Like, you're taking $400 and something. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Should have seen that MTV check.
Oh man, there was a check.
That's exactly right. I was like, so this is how they get motherfuckers.
I was like, yo, taxes are wild. And then you gotta, if you got a team, you gotta figure out the percentages of that.
And like, I'm reading all the stuff they took out. They're like, for medical, just in case some shit happens. Fuck it. If I lose a leg, let me lose a leg. Give me the money.
I'll take myself
like,
to the hospital.
Yeah, you give me the option to not have that service. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, fuck that shit. They're like, oh, that shit was a huge part of the check. I'm like, fuck that, dude. If I get shot, that's on me. That's natural selection.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Question. So you're in a relationship. Mm-hmm. You're not engaged or nothing.
I am engaged.
You are engaged.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Okay, never mind. I'm fucking around.
I know.
I love you.
Congratulations.
Watch this. I love you. I love you.
So this is funny. Has your sex drive gone here or here since you've been like as you're getting older? How do you feel your sex drive has been?
So this is a funny question. So like, I'm not sure if it's the moving in thing. I swear to God, this is. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure if there's some science behind this shit.
Yeah.
My sex drive was higher when I was fatter than I am now.
Interesting.
I don't know if it's because I just didn't move. So whenever I would fuck, that was the only time I would expend the energy. Like, I don't know if there's like some kind of science behind that shit. But when I was fat, I was way hornier.
Interesting.
And it might be because I'm active, I'm doing like.
But also, do you feel like it could be schedule? That might take it because you're not thinking about. I feel like when we weren't doing as much, not saying we weren't never doing nothing, but we weren't as busy or trying to figure life out or always in our head. It was either like sports pussy or like we were just thinking about sex. But I feel like as we're doing stuff,
or we could just get some old ass nut sacks where it's just not as because I remember. When we were younger and shit, I remember I would fucking hate this shit. Like the fucking no reason boners and shit.
That's why we got a song called No Reason.
There you go.
My dick gets hard for no reason. Because you'd be like, why the fuck? I'm watching paper mache or something.
Yeah.
Like, what am I getting
Those
hard
are the moments
for?
when you're a kid, when you get a no reason boner, and that's when you start thinking, am I gay? Because like you would just be watching football and all of a sudden your dick come up and I'm like, no, I did not find those men attractive.
I didn't find them attractive. What's going on?
Like it just wants to salute. Like I'm like, you better sit the fuck down.
It's
like there was not an American flag in sight. Like get the fuck down.
And it's like, but I'm realizing like I'm listening to like certain podcasts and stuff, and like some women to be like, yeah, I need rounds, and I'm like, rounds. First off, no. That's first off. You're gonna get a solid round if it's a good day. Let me get
what
a
the
set.
Fuck? What you mean rounds, bitch? What is this? The UFC?
Yeah,
ho? Like the fuck am I gonna do?
Listen, let me get a sandwich. Yeah. Relax a little bit. We can come back, But right back, hey, listen, I got to be extra horny. Like, it's got to be on another level of horny.
See, this is what I found out when we were, ever since the internet, you start reading up shit about women, and it's like, oh shit, they get multiple orgasms.
Oh, absolutely.
Like for us, it might be a UFC match.
Listen,
like we hit a round, I need that fucking 60-second break in between, and then we might be able to go back to it.
Listen, that clit comes off the rebound, buddy. That shit is right back. Grab it, hoop. Grab it, hoop. We're never gonna get a rebound. Like that shit. I'm like, y'all, but it's like the only thing that's specifically made for pleasure.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't compete with that. Like what?
I know. The speed bag of death is what I call it. That's the speed bag of death.
They be in there just, ma'am, your hands are not tired.
I know.
Just going to work.
Like I specifically only take fucking boxing classes just so I can fucking go right. You know,
David's up under the
just a speed bag like this. I'm just like this speed bag. Just doing this.
That shit is nuts. It's so complex down there. I was telling the girl that I was like, it's a lot. It's like the fucking.
Are you a confident person in the way you fuck somebody though? Because I've never been that confident in the sense of this. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. First time sex is so nervous for me. I am, because I'm in my head.
You don't know what
I am in my head, and I'm like, how do we prevent that? Do we talk? But then you don't want to talk about it a lot because you're like, now I'm sounding like a creep.
Yeah.
But it's like, but I kind of need to find out stuff about you so I can figure out what you like, because it's gonna be awkward.
Dog, some dudes talk about their dick game as if like their master golden plan fits for every fucking vagina.
Nah.
And I'm like, that's not possible.
That's not possible, brother.
That's not fucking possible.
It's
dude.
not possible.
Like I just don't understand that part, because before I was in a serious relationship, we go on the shows, we hook up with people.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, well, how do I tackle this shit? You know what I mean? What do you like?
You looking at it, like a professor's looking at a problem on a board.
Yo, you see that fucking Instagram filter where all the numbers pop out and shit, dog.
You're looking at it because she's like, all right, I know I've been in here before.
Yeah.
But this is just a different store.
Oh,
you know, like when they rearrange the Ralph's or the Trader Joe's, you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's like,
this is the milk was down here. That's on this side. That pussy store, it is different now.
That's why both of you just had to be drunk as fuck.
But even that's a little tough though, because you can't call it. Like, the first time I didn't get up was the scare. Have you ever been in that position?
Whiskey dick?
Yes. That shit will fuck you up mentally.
I didn't know what whiskey dick was. I thought my shit was broken.
Yeah, you're like, okay. Because you're like, I'm horny. Like, I feel like I could do something.
I found about whiskey dick through like a sitcom. They were making a joke about it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yo, is that some shit? Because boys don't ever talk about this shit.
We don't talk about.
We talk about all of our accolades and how good we are at this shit. And I was always the awkward kid because I didn't have sex till I was 18.
Yeah.
But everybody in my group was fucking when they were like 14, 13.
Yeah, no, I've known. Yeah, I'm like, y'all was getting it in young.
Yo, so they were talking about shit where I would just sit in the corner like, yeah, man, pussy feels just like that. I had no idea.
It feels just like that.
I was like,
it's like a nice, like warm mitten.
Yeah, you ever fucking take like an aloe plant and slice it up?
You ever took a flower out the pot and put your dick in the soil? It's just like, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, doc. That fucking 40-year-old virgin in that beginning shit. That shit was me, man. I'm like, yep. Titty feels like a bag of sand. Homie. Yeah, you ever take?
You don't, because that's the fucking fucked up part about young guys. We're so scared to be like, hey, I haven't had sex yet, because you're gonna get fucking roasted. Why? Why am I getting roasted? Because y'all are out here having sex. Why don't y'all just help me? Like, hey, this is what it is. But you're afraid to say the vulnerability with men just don't go together.
Yeah,
they just don't go together.
Like if a dude, I think people nowadays are a lot more vulnerable.
Yeah.
I think in our generation, and then we go even older. Like I feel like if you were vulnerable, you were gonna have a heart attack. Like a guy couldn't do it. They would just die on the spot. If they talked about their feelings, they would just fucking die.
They would just die. That was it. Yeah, that was it.
I say this all the time. My father has never said I'm sorry to me. My mom has never said I'm sorry. She doesn't even know what that word means.
It's just tough love.
Yeah.
And that's what we grow up having, and then we get with somebody, and they're like, why are you being like that? And you're like, you know what? I don't know. Let me figure that out. I need to figure that out. Like,
so why is a vein popping out of your head when you have to say, I'm sorry? You know what I mean? Like,
are you okay? Like, but no, I definitely am not, like, I've had the whiskey dick before, but the very first time it happened to me, I think I was overly excited and nervous.
Oh.
Which is a whole nother level, because it was a girl that I was after. I was like 22. I was after her and she wouldn't give me no time of day. And then one day She calls me out my sleep and is like, hey, what's going on? And I'm like, hello. And she's like, oh, I'm leaving the club. Could I come by? And I'm like, I'm immediately excited. Yeah, no, it's fine. Like I'm up. Like whatever.
Motherfucker had a pep talk with his dick.
Yeah.
Like, hey, motherfucker, it's about to happen.
So then I hang up the phone. I hop in the shower. And I'm still fucking sleepy. I just got woken out of my sleep. So I'm like, all right, fuck. All right, get it together. She's coming. She gets there. She looks good. I'm like, all right. We get excited. We in there. We kissing. Da. I put the condom on, and that shit said, I said, oh shit, what's going on?
You a good man. You didn't hit that shit raw. That's tight. Dog, I think that's the ultimate debate for me. It's just like, because you shouldn't always use protection.
Always use protection.
Always.
But protection trash. If we're going to be honest about it here, use it because it's safe. But let's really be honest about it here. Dog, that shit it's not natural. We supposed to go in there natural.
Dog, I just like every time I had that shit, I'm just like, oh, you motherfucker, you about to, oh, goddamn, I don't know about this shit. I'm like I don't know about this, and I'm always just there.
Just right. Every man has been in this position right here. You're about to have sex. The condom is right there, and you're looking at her. She's looking at you. You're trying to figure out, all right, because if I just about to go in here, it's two things that can happen. She could be like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Or she could just let me go. But I know for sure that's the safest route over there.
Yeah.
Every guy's been in that position where you're like, or when you get in there raw and you're like, I shouldn't be doing this.
You know what's dope though? It's like if when you were about to fuck and the girl's just like, hey, you need to use a condom because I don't really know you like that. I'm like, oh, that means you're clean. And I'm like, I'm clean. Yeah, cool. I'm clean as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I just got tested.
Yeah,
so it's like, we're both good, you know? But that conversation never goes out too well. And you have to use a condom.
Yeah.
There's a reason why she stays clean. There's a reason why you stay clean. That's because you're using a condom.
Gotta use a condom, man. It's real shit.
You know what a condom is? Condom is like eating Halo ice cream. You know, it's like it's good for what it does. You know what I mean? But it's not the same as ice cream. Like I fucks with Halo ice cream. Yeah, because
it's like every vegan option.
Yeah, that's exactly
it's actually pretty solid. It's like, oh, this is dope. But I know.
They're like, yo, would you like an Impossible Burger? Yeah, I know what the Impossible Burger tastes good, but it ain't no regular burger.
It ain't gonna be no regular burger.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's a whole different concept.
Yeah, when I was a youth minister, some of these kids would be so fucking funny, man. Like, I remember this kid came up to me, he took me aside, and he goes, yo, Pastor, can I ask you something? He goes, I really want to have sex. You know, like I have this girl that I like, you know, but is it wrong if I just have sex once and then I repent and not have? I was like, let me tell you something, my child.
Yeah.
Once you get in there, you're never gonna want to come out.
Yeah.
You're gonna realize how trash your hand is compared to a pussy. Like you will never ever want to go back.
Not. You're never. That's it. Because I was telling someone that's home for us. We came from there.
Yeah,
we're going home. We're going home.
You're the kid that went to Afghanistan and then you came back home. You know what I mean?
You're coming back home and you wanted to welcome you. Just come here, like it hugs you.
Yeah,
like it's so. I was telling somebody else. I was like, remember before pussy, you were, all about just like fun kid shit, just living life, eat a pizza with your friends. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like go to school. The minute you have pussy, your life starts to just...
Dog, I used to read books before I had pussy, dog.
It just starts to go downhill.
I used to read books.
What's a book? Now you open the book, you're like, ooh, pussy opens like that.
What I do is I take an aloe plant again, I slice it in half,
and then you lube the middle of the book.
And I stick it between my dick, and I was like this.
It's really true. Like, life, because that wasn't... Once you have it, man, as a young man, our hormones go nuts.
Yeah, man. I don't miss that shit.
No. That was crazy. That is all you thought about. Like, wake up in the morning, pussy. Go to bed. That's all you thought. You're like, what is wrong with me?
Like, there's some people who, too, by the way, that were questionably, number one, unattractive at all accounts.
Yes.
Just physically, personality-wise. But the fact that she just had a pussy. And I was like... You know what? She probably just went through a lot of shit, and then you just like you start rationalizing.
She's growing.
Yeah, you just start rationalizing that shit just because you're so fucking horny.
Yeah, I've been so horny that I've just been like, I know I don't like you. Like I know I don't like you. I know if I was not horny, I would not be here. I would not text you. I wouldn't talk to you.
And I'm pretty sure too, like young girls too, they get horny, but I think it's just more shameful for a girl to talk about that shit.
Yeah, that's
depending on who it is. Because I know girls who have fucked me, and I'm just thinking like, damn, what were you thinking? Because I came in flip flops and socks. And
that's the fuck outfit.
Yeah.
If I pull up on you in some flop socks, a little gym short or something,
it's just gonna come right
off.
Like
this gonna come right off.
Because I was a big boy, and not only was I a big boy, I gave a fuck about what I looked like, and so it was,
But that's what made you attractive. You didn't give a fuck.
That's a weird thing too. I think women are so much more cerebral than men.
Absolutely.
That there are qualities in men that they'll like about you that'll make you physically attractive. And guys are just, they're so fucking primal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
it's like we honestly, we actually try to not be, and it don't work. Like it works sometimes, but a lot of times it's like, you just look good.
Like I say this shit too. Like some of those girls who touch me, I just want to see them again just so I can get some daps. It's like, thanks, I appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Because without that, I would have killed myself. During that time, I went through a pussy drought, and you filled up my well.
I was done with my books and aloe, and
the aloe wasn't feeling the same.
A woman told me the other day, she was like, I don't like this thing where men have to feel like they have to be like, oh, I love your energy because you're mysterious, and I just love you don't know me. Just tell me I look good, because I can feel you bullshitting me. Like, so now if a girl's like, what made you talk to me? I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were attractive, because what am I gonna lie for and be like, well, I just like, I felt something deep
about your eyebrows, bitch.
Nah, man, you look good. Like, but now we can get to know each other. Like, cause I don't like this thing where people be like, oh, yeah, I don't see the physical. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Yes, you do.
I hate that shit. I hate that shit because there's nothing wrong with finding somebody physically attractive.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's a lot of things that develop afterwards, but that initial reaction, it's your eyes or how your voice sounds or some shit, right? Because I do understand that to a certain extent. Where for me, I feel like a lot of the girls that I find really attractive, are ones who I vibe with.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm a little jaded, but every time I see a overly attractive woman, I'm just like, you ain't got no personality. That's the first thing I think about. And
you don't want to think. Yeah, you don't want to think.
But that's more of like a defense mechanism on my part to make me feel better. To why this woman I wouldn't even want to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is a lie. I want you to lay butt naked, and I want to put my nose in that ass.
Just right in the crease and just wiggle it around a little bit.
I want to die in there.
You ever just look at a woman? I know every man's been. We just look at her and you're like, I would lick every crevice that she has.
My buddy says the funniest shit, dude. He goes like, I want this woman to take a bath so I can drink her bath water.
Yeah, just drink it up. Just drink it. It's like I would just suck on you, like you. Just the back part of your quad,
sex
like
sells,
your hamstring.
Dude. That's why those Instagram girls, they understand what they're working for, because they understand there are men out there that would literally drink their bath water.
Literally.
If they told them to.
Literally.
I know a homegirl right now, she gets requests to fucking like step on dudes' balls.
I will never understand that.
I don't know what that shit's about.
I don't judge anybody for their sexual preferences.
I do, but yes.
Why the fuck would I want to be in pain like that?
Balls
are sensitive.
Yo, they talk about some shit where I feel like some of these dudes they're so fucked up mentally because they're at the top of their game. Like they're like the CEO of the CEO type of shit. That they need to feel dominated because they haven't felt that experience, and it makes them feel alive because everything is given to them. So what they want you to do is take a machete and slice up their fucking ball sack. They do some weird shit.
That is wild to me. I've had a girl go like to my balls, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, that's what the fuck? Why would you do that?
I got ticklish ball sacks, dude. So it's like,
dog, I thought I was the only one. I've giggled. I've giggled, dog. You be sitting there, hey, stop.
I remember when I first figured this out is when I was hooking up with this one Filipino girl, and she was the more like sexually experienced one because she was 6 or 7 years older than me.
Okay.
So she was doing some shit to me that no other girl has ever done.
Yeah. So you were in a new world.
I was in a new world. So I remember like this is the first time I ever got my balls sucked, right? And then I felt like a little bitch because I didn't enjoy it as much because I saw that shit in porn and dudes were getting their balls sucked and their fucking dick jacked off.
Oh yeah, you're like, this gotta be it.
That shit tickled. And I was
that shit tickles.
And I remember my leg just went super straight. And then she thought I was enjoying it. It's like, no, bitch, it tickles. Like I can't stand this shit.
That shit fucking tickles so much sometimes. And I'm just
yeah. And she goes, yeah, you like that? I was like, not really, but But you know,
what am I gonna say? Stop? Like, I mean, I can, but it's like I don't.
To be honest, I just wanted to slap her upside her head, like, like, yo, don't do that shit. Ball sucking tickles, man.
But no, that shit does tickle. But then it low key, it feels good.
Yeah,
but it tickles. Like that shit tickles.
I'm not sure if it feels good just because it feels good, or does it feel good because it's some crazy shit? Because sometimes
it's the visual. I think.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I think it's the visual. Like I think a lot of sex for men, why some men may come faster. Like if I'm getting really good head, I can't look at you. Because it's a wrap. It's going to come out of there. Like so, in order for me to not, I'm like I don't want to look at you because it's we're visual creatures. So we're seeing that we're like, and it's the ego shit.
It's like looking at a hot pocket in a microwave. You just you know what I mean? You just gotta look away for a second.
Or when you're baking something, you turn that little oven light on. Just looking. You're like, fuck, you're like, why do I keep getting hungry? Bitch, turn the light off. That's why you stop. That's exactly what it's like.
Hot pocket rotating
That's
shit.
exactly what it's like. Why am I? Oh man, you look good doing it. And my dick is in your mouth. Oh, okay, I gotta stop doing it. I can't look anymore. What's funny is I don't know why I find this funny, but like, and you're like, it's like, tell me when you come. And you're like, all right.
I ain't gonna do it.
The face that's made after Hey man, my bad. I didn't. My fault.
Dog, you would be. Porn is the funniest fucking thing to me nowadays. When I was younger, first of all, when we were younger, we had to look up porn, and that shit was a journey. We had to find the neighborhood kid that would steal Playboys, give him a quarter for a page, and then we would have to use our imagination to jack off.
So then when we finally got to VHS and DVDs, we were like, oh shit, we're making moves, we're making strides. But then you got to make sure you get it to the right part. You got to fast forward. That's a lot of fucking work. You kids are privileged nowadays. You guys,
dog. I just go straight. Like whenever I watch porn, I just go straight to the last 2 minutes, and I'm like,
because what else am I looking at?
I don't need all that extra shit. I just want to see what she does. Like
Mike, like story. I don't need that shit.
My like story.
He like story, bitch. This ain't fucking James Cameron. I don't want to.
This motherfucker need like an anamorphic lens and some rotating shit as the dick's getting.
He's like, I want to see them meet. Like now, granted, Bang Bus that I used to watch was kind of cool because it's like, oh, they're picking them up.
That's because of fantasy, though.
But it's fantasy, though.
It's like you want to get picked up by a porn star and be like, hey, would you like your dick sucked? It's like,
absolutely,
yes, I would. But turn off that camera because it's gonna fall down immediately. I can't even record myself. Fucking, I get nervous.
Oh man, I've recorded myself. It's not good.
Oh no, for sure.
It's a terrible thing to look at.
Like when guys see their own sex face, it's like, is that what I look like?
Because first off, it's like, when I'm humping, I look like an S. Like I'm like the letter S. Why is my body shaped this way?
You look like that chihuahua that ate grass raw.
Yeah, it's just, like why am I humping that way? And what the fuck is that on my ass? I don't want to look at this.
Is my booty that dark?
Like I don't want. This shit is not attractive. And then you start looking at her. Wait, is she enjoying this? I don't remember her not making noise during this part.
Yeah. Why is she checking her iPad? She can fucking whip out her iPad.
That's real shit, man. It's just like, but a lot of sex is ego, though. A lot of that shit is definitely ego.
100%, man. I think being comfortable enough to communicate to somebody what you like and dislike is very important. So that girl that was like really sexual, you know, doing all the ball sucking and shit, she was actually the first one to tell me how bad I was at having sex, and I didn't. I did a video on this a while ago, but I think I literally asked her like, "Oh, dog." There was a moment where we were fucking, and she was one of those like verbally aggressive women, right? So she was just like, she was like, whose pussy is this? And I will remember this forever. It was the most mortifying experience of my life because she was like, whose pussy is this? I went, yours? I said, question mark? I said, yours? Dog, the most mortifying experience of my life because I was like, bitch, what the fuck?
The funniest part about that is the correct answer.
It is.
Because it is yours.
Yeah.
Because it's not technically mine. You were going at it from a technical
from a very technical aspect.
Yours?
And she was so turned off at that. She goes, nah, that's not what you're supposed to say. I'm like, but it is yours. Right? Like, it's yours.
You can't fault me for that.
You can't fault me for that when that's just some fucking pussy facts.
I've had a girl drink cum out of a wine glass for me.
What the fuck? Dog, that bitch was abused by her father, her uncle, and her grandfather. That's some shit.
What type of fine dining do you really like? What type of shit is this?
That'd be so funny. She just drinks cum out of glass, and we're like, well, you want to go eat some McDonald's? She goes, I don't eat that shit.
I don't eat that shit. I just drink cum out. You think I'm going to eat McDonald's?
Like, are you crazy, dude? Let's go get a filet mignon.
That shit's wild. I was like, but here's the thing. It goes back to what Dave Chappelle said. You can tell a dude to come in a fish tank. He's gonna come in there. It don't matter where it goes. She was like, well, can you come in this wine glass? Absolutely.
Yeah, why not?
Absolutely. Because it's coming out of me. Because at this point I don't care where it goes.
I laugh at shit so much, dude. If a girl told me to come into a wine glass, I would laugh so hard as I'm coming, dude. And that shit would be hard to aim.
Do you know what type of villain you would look like? Yeah. That's funny. That is hilarious.
It's so weird because when you meet girls like that shit, it's like, damn, I would fuck you, but I would not bring you home. Like, I don't think you're somebody I bring to my mom, but you're definitely nice to have around.
I'm at dinner and my mom's like, you want some wine? Oh, fuck no, mom, no. She can't get wine.
That's like guys and girls have like side chicks and side dudes, because there's some dudes and girls that you want to keep around for the rest of your life that you love, but you definitely don't want them to do the shit that you want to do to them.
Damn.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I know that's true.
It's like, I love you so much, I'm not going to tell you I'm not going to come and then come in your mouth. But this other girl, I would definitely surprise cum shot her all day. You know what I mean? Because
I would do disgusting things.
Because she doesn't respect me and I don't respect her. But I respect the fuck out of you. So I would never do that shit to you. That's what that shit is.
Yo, that is funny.
That's what those side chick things are. It's like, I love my kids. I love my family. I'm a good father.
Because the guy gets... I guess, or the guy or girl, whoever is doing the cheating, they get into this redundant pattern.
Yeah.
And it goes back to communication. They're afraid to just say, hey, something's a little off. I think we should explore some different things.
Yeah.
Like, even if y'all two go to a sex club, I'm not saying you got to have sex with everybody else. You could just be in the environment of sex. See what it does. Explore. I think people are just afraid to talk to each other when they're going through something. But that's the main part of being in a relationship with somebody. You should be able to talk to them. So instead, they're like, all right, you tripping a little bit, so I'm gonna go over here and do disgusting things to her.
Dog, I've been so tired. One time, like I was so fucking horny, but I was so exhausted. I just looked over at the girl. I was like, I'm just gonna put my hand on your tit and then see if something happens. I'm tired, and she was exhausted too. I just put my hand on her tit, and we were like, no.
Do you know we are probably more tired than a lot of people because we use this
all the fucking time, man.
So it's draining. By the time you're done, you're like, yo, fuck. I've been having a podcast, go do on set something, remember lines. If I got the audition, so by the time you're like, fuck. Like, I want to fuck, but I don't have it in me.
Yo,
I don't have it. I literally don't have it in me.
Dog, there was a girl that I was with that she really, it was because the way she equated affection was through sex. And so any other type of affection, whether you called her beautiful, you fucking gave her hugs, kisses, whatever, it didn't matter. She needed to fuck to feel important. But she didn't understand at the time. I was a struggling stand-up comic. I was working like 2 or 3 jobs. I was a full-time fucking student. I just got home. It's 12.
It's a wrap.
I'm not trying to fuck. It's not because something's wrong with you.
No. Yeah.
Right? It's just, I'm fucking exhausted.
I'm going to give you a lackluster performance.
Yeah.
It's going to be the bottom of the barrel Netflix movie that you do 100%. Not want to watch.
She's like, you should know, like, if you're on top, and she's like, okay, well, I'll just be on top. It don't matter. If I'm tired, I'm a grower, not a shower.
Yeah.
You're going to feel that shit turn into a peanut in a second.
Oh, yeah. That shit's going to be just soaking in you.
And then you just gonna bend my dick in half.
No, I don't have time for that. It's just gonna fall out of there. Like, she's like, where'd it go? I don't know. I'm tired. Get off of me.
Now, sometimes, like, have you ever like fucked somebody and then like, I don't know what it is, but maybe you like fuck too much to the point where they want to go for a second round. Like, your dick just starts to get soft. It's like, I just don't want this.
Yeah.
And it just falls out.
Yeah. You got to have mind control over your dick.
Oh, you
gotta
do.
be like, hey, bro.
Please.
Please go down. I'm tired.
Like, please just stop. I don't want
this. Then she starts to fucking play with it like one of them old Nintendo joysticks. You're like, yo, stop.
She starts blowing at it like a cartridge.
It's not a Nintendo dick. Like, don't just. That's not gonna work. Now you're just blowing spit all over my head. Like, stop. That's fucking bad.
It's not a Metro PCS phone. You don't gotta tap it to make sure it works. Like, the fuck.
She put it to her ear. Hello. Are you stop?
Yo, you see that one fucking Twitter video of that girl who was grabbing a dick like it was a stick shift and shit? She's like,
oh yeah, yo. Y'all got to be careful with these things. Yo, that shit hurts. Like,
that's just some
pain. I get it. It goes around. It does. But that shit hurts. Like, stop that shit.
I don't think girls realize like how sensitive a dick is. Like,
no. That shit's sensitive.
It's sensitive as fuck. The tip, like, you just flick it like that. It's bruised.
It's a wrap.
It's bruised.
It's a wrap. So, how long have you been living together?
Since February.
Okay. Was it hard to get adjusted when you first moved in?
You know what it was? It actually fixed our relationship a lot. Because text. Just to go back to text. Text, you can misinterpret everything to do with text. So like for me, if I text somebody, because it depends. Like it's what I'm doing, right? So she likes like emojis and all this other shit. Sometimes I wouldn't text that stuff, and it would seem like either I was angry or I was upset, and then we'd have to interpret how we feel through words when you don't get to hear it. So now that if I'm in front of her, if she says something, I just look at her face, and I'm like, oh, she's in a good mood. It's just some other shit. Yeah. So it fixed a lot of things, but at the same time, like we did definitely have to figure out what we had to do in our relationship. Yeah. Because being with somebody like, oh, this is some funny shit. I'll show you a photo later because of how funny it was. I was so pissed at her a couple days ago. Yeah. We were getting into an argument, and I told her like, I'm very unhappy with you. Like, I'm not happy, and the reason why was because I've been working so much that the few moments that we do have together, it has to be good. Like, we can't bicker or argue
because that's gonna piss me off.
Yeah, it's like this is the only time we get to interact with each other, and you're giving me shit or I'm giving you shit. I don't want this. Yeah. And so I was so fucking mad at her. She went to go to sleep first, right? And I remember I walked in the door, I opened the door, and I said, I fucking hate that face. And so I closed that fucking door, and I slept in this podcast room. Dog, I took these 2 mattresses here, I laid it on the floor, I put my feet up on that yellow couch, and I fell asleep that way because I didn't want to wake up and see her face in the morning.
But sometimes it's okay to be that angry.
Yeah.
Be that angry. Get it, because if you hold that in, that's even worse.
And then I got even more angry because I was like, hold on, why did she get to bed? Because I had the worst sleep of my life. She woke up refreshed.
Ready to go.
Yeah, she was
ready to talk to you.
I slept in the worst condition ever. It was the worst.
I'm in war in here.
Yeah. And she was just like, man, that was such a good sleep. I'm like, fuck this bitch, man. She over here just snoring away. I'm over here trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with my life. Oh my God.
But that's a different type of love. Like when you're in love and when you do it, like, you're going to be mad. Like, it's inevitable. Like, you're going to be pissed off some days. But then, you get over it. But let me be mad.
Yo, man, I used to do this stand-up set back in the day, which I'm not sure how well it'll go over now, but I'm going to say it anyways. I was like, yo.
That's what comedy's about.
Yo, like, I remember back in the day on 2020, I would watch this shit as a kid.
Yeah.
Where it would be videos of, like, domestic violence.
Yeah.
And then you would look at this man, and then he would just sit there and said, like, I don't know what came over me.
I don't want to laugh at this.
I don't know what came over me. And then I would sit as a kid and look at that and say, you are such a trash. How dare you put your hand on a woman? Yeah. And then I met my fiance. And then I was like, I get it. I understand.
No, but this brings up a good point.
I was like, I get why you would swing at him.
This brings up a good point. We get so mad because we can't hit you.
Yeah, but you could hit us.
And then also, like, if me and you get in that heated of a debate, me and you can fight it out.
Oh yeah, we'll squash it.
We can fight it out, and we're done. We can go get food afterwards.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah,
we can't do that with a woman. I can't like, and then we don't know how to really use our emotions, so we're just like all this bottled up energy. Yeah,
it's like, because for a fact, I've always said this. It's like, if you said that shit to me and you were a guy,
we going at it.
Yeah, this shit would be an all out brawl. You know what I mean? But I'm just sitting there, like, I'm telling you, now while I watch those 2020 things, I'm like, I wonder what she said. I'll tell you this though, when Chris Brown and the Rihanna shit happened, the first thing I said was, what she say to him? She's Jamaican.
We don't know Chris side.
We don't know Chris side.
But it's like I definitely, of course, we don't condone out here just hitting people, but I understand the notion of being angry and you don't know where to put it. Like, yeah. Especially like as men, we don't. And what do we taught growing up? Fight it out, like tough it out, be a man, da da da. So when we get, that's all people know. We're like, oh fuck, what do I do with this? Yeah, you want me to talk to you?
Yeah, you're like I shit you not, like you're the fucking, like, women are the last boss in a game, but the boss has the cheat code. You know what I mean?
And you're like, I can't hit him. Like,
the life bar just doesn't go down.
Yeah, it doesn't go down.
That's what it is.
So just let me walk off. Let me be angry.
Yeah,
just let me be angry.
I would never ever hit a woman.
Never.
But I definitely would have thoughts about it though. Like, I would.
You're human.
Yeah. I'm telling you, there are some times where I looked at Mary and I'm like, could you just look over the balcony so I could just roundhouse kick you off this building and see what happens?
Bill Burr was talking about a joke where he said he was like, nobody gives a fuck about men to get me too'd. He's like, a girl flicked the head of my dick and just walked off. He was like, I'm not even mad at the fact she flicked the head of my dick. I'm mad at how confidently she just left like it was nothing. He said, I've never wanted to punch a bitch in the back of the head. So Like, you don't just flick a dick and then go off. Like, that's some rude shit.
Dude, I know some people who are in relationships right now, and they would tell me about the shit that their like a significant other says to them. Like, the girl would say to the guy, and the guy's just like, yeah, I just had to sit there and take it.
Oh, women cut deep.
Dude, they fucking deep. They cut deep, dude. Mariel is so fucking funny because back in the day, mind you, she knows like 4 languages. So I think sometimes, like with her, she doesn't understand how certain things translate. So, for example, before she met me, she didn't realize that there are levels to cursing. Like ass, shit, damn, fuck, bitch, all have different levels in the ladder of what is more offensive, right? So I remember I straight up called her a jackass. I was like, you're a jackass, right? She goes, well, you're a fucking bitch. And then it went dead silent. I looked at her, I was like, we don't do that here. She was like, what do you mean? I cursed at you. And I was like, no. There's levels to this.
I could call my mom a jackass. Like, it's a light punch. It's a light, like, don't be a jackass.
I was like, I basically called you a poo-poo head, and then you told me that my parents are divorced.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you did.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah, like, what were you thinking?
And girls, it rolls off their tongue real good. It's just
so easy.
It's just like, why did you? We immediately like, why would you say that to me?
I'm telling you, man. Like I understand. It's like I understand why you would do it.
The psychology of that is wild. Like the psychology of that is I don't know, man. It's interesting. Relationships in general,
I'm just saying, don't ever hit a woman.
No, don't ever hit a woman.
It's not a good look, man. But if you have those thoughts, I'm with you then.
Yeah. Go get a punching bag.
Go at it. Go get a punching bag and see what happens, man.
Just go at it.
I'm telling you.
What are you currently working on right now?
Me, I got that food show.
Gotcha. Okay.
I booked this thing with Netflix actually recently. Yeah.
My man.
So we're gonna be filming that in the first 2 weeks of November.
Beautiful.
And then that's really about it. And right now I'm trying to work on this series.
Now the food show, that's your show or you're on somebody else's show?
The food show, Seven Foods, is me and Tim's thing, and then
gotcha.
The one that is me on somebody else's show. I got casted for that.
Gotcha.
And then I'm working on this. I'm just trying to do stuff that I enjoy.
I remember you told me a long time ago, like you were telling us right at the Tesla, when you first got a Tesla, you showed us Tesla, and then right afterwards, I forgot where, I forgot how we talked about it, but you were like, it just gets to a point where you're like, I can't live for everybody else. Like I can't. Yeah. I have to do what makes me happy, or I'm gonna be miserable. I'm going to be miserable, and I'm so glad to see you doing that. Like people don't understand, like the hustle of YouTube when it first was YouTube was fucking nuts.
Yeah,
I tell people, they're like, yeah, you guys used to. I was like, you got to understand, we were 21 when we started.
Yep.
We did a video every Sunday for like 4 years.
Comedy, dog.
Sketches.
Fucking crazy.
I was like, do y'all not understand? Like, that's when we tell people that now, like, even other comics, they be like, yo, that's a fucking lot of work. Like, that's a lot of shit. So you get to a point where you burned out. Like, you like, yo.
Fuck out. We always talk about this burning out.
That shit is real. Like, that shit is like, yo, you get to a point, it's like, I have to slow down, or I'm not even going to have a life. Like, I'm not going to be able to. And if I don't slow down, how am I going to go experience something to come back and give any type of I have to go live. I got to live. And that wasn't allowing us to live. So we had to come up with a way like, yo, this ain't work how it is. And that's why I loved your post about the Tesla and all that stuff. It's just like, yo, don't none of this shit just mean that, like, I need to be happy. Like, that shit is crazy.
I drive around my Honda Element. That shit's a $4,000 car.
Just chilling.
And people don't understand it either. And they don't understand why I like that car so much. Like, there's a couple of reasons why.
First off, the gas is probably amazing.
Oh, I'll tell you this right now. It started off as kind of a joke because I actually do like the Honda Element a lot. It's a fucking boxy ass car, but the thing that I like about it is a couple of things. It's not to really keep me humble or make a statement or anything, but it's really just to say I'm putting value into things that I care about now. I don't care about cars. I cared about nice cars just so I could roll up on someone and be like, I got this car. That's dumb. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I haven't been a big car person either.
Yeah, so I'm a point A to point B person.
People always ask me what kind of car you want. I was like, of course I see cars. I'm like, oh, that's a nice car. Like, I could have it. But I'm not like desire, like it's in my dreams and my thought. Like, I just want to be able to get on.
I could get a nicer car for sure.
Yeah, of course.
But for me too, I mean, next year I might have to get a nicer car because it's on its last legs.
Weird flex, but okay.
Yeah.
No, fuck it. I mean, I can whatever. Like I can, nah, fuck it.
What I mean by nicer car is a car that's worth more than $3,000.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
Like I'm talking about something that was built in the recent years. You know what I mean?
Not in the old ages.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's true. Like you putting value in things like, all right, if I want to go on instead of buying a car, I'll take my fiance on a vacation. Like I'll do something
that's what I did. So like, because I fuck with the fact that you travel a lot, because I look at traveling experiences the same way I did the first time I experienced it, right? I could look back on it and be happy. I don't look back on the fact that I bought a Tesla. I'm like, oh, I bought a Tesla. That feeling is gone.
That was one day you did it.
And I moved on from it, right? The car was dope, super comfortable, whatever. But it's not something that I care. And yeah, I make enough money where if I did buy a new car, it wouldn't really affect my financial state that much, right? But at the same time, I grew up so poor. Like money is always money to me. $300, $100, $50. It's still a lot of money.
Still a lot of money.
It's still a lot of money to me. It doesn't
$25 for parking. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
Yeah, man. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
like that's just crazy.
Like the only time I get in trouble with that is with food. But
Food.
Other than that, man, I'm just like, like, do I really need this? And I think about this too. Like, if I could spend that money on a vehicle or some nice shit, then I could give that to my parents. I could save it up for when a homie needs some money and I could give him some cash. Like those type of things make me feel really good.
You know what? Honestly, David, I've been meaning to ask you. I've been strapped for a little bit.
Listen, man, you guys suck some dick. Did you try that first? Because that's my first thing that I did.
You know what? I guess I'm gonna have to see what I gotta do.
I will say this though, like if you really were strapped for cash, I would give you cash.
That's the cool thing. I know, like we built the relationship over the years. Like you're not just gonna meet somebody and be like, all right, I'm gonna give you cash, but it's like. I actually, like, we were talking about you, Tim, was good. Like, it's people that we look at and we like, oh, I can fuck with this. Yeah. I can hang out with them. I can talk to them. I know they ain't gonna ask me no stupid shit. Yeah. We can talk about life. And some people be like, I can't do that. Yeah. Like, I'm not doing that.
I'll be real too. The way that I give money to people, like, you should give money without strings attached. That's a lie. I have strings attached. My strings attached is this. It's like, if I give you the money, you could do whatever you want with it, but it better be for the shit that you said you was for.
Oh, because that's gonna piss me. If I see,
it would piss
me off.
Also, too, I gotta respect the human being. Like, for example, like let's say I don't know, some fucking shit happened with all your guys' shit, right? But I know that you guys work hard and everything else, and it may not be in the most lucrative way possible, you know, what we do. But I would just give you the money just because I respect what you're doing because the work is there. Yeah. You know, so it's just like, well, fuck it.
And you know, then we're not just going to fuck it off and go do something.
Exactly.
Like, I gave you this money. Why are you in the strip club? I seen you last night on IG Live in the strip club. What are you doing?
Dog, I lent somebody money to pay off his taxes that he forgot to, you know, whatever. And I give people money. I don't lend it. So it's more like if I'm financially stable enough where I can lend you money, I'm also financially stable enough where I could give you money.
Gotcha.
So if I don't have the money, I just don't give it out.
Yeah, because it's like, why would I do that to myself?
Exactly. Like I love myself more than I love you.
I'm not gonna do it.
Here you go. So I lent it. I gave him money. It was like a couple grand, and the next day, this fool on his credit card bought a flat screen TV. And
I will physically whoop you. Like we will go to what the
on some shit, bro. On some shit.
What type of human are like inside? How could you even look at yourself and be like, this is okay?
And then post it on your Instagram story like I wasn't gonna see that shit.
Oh, that's some bullshit. That's a fuck you.
Oh, I called that fool immediately. Like immediately, dude, with a J. I said immediately, dog. I said immediately.
They said my black came out. My immediately.
Motherfucker, I called it. I fucking immediately on a Sunday. I said, dog.
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday, I called him immediately. I called him up. I legit said this shit. I said, return that shit now.
Absolutely.
Or I'm gonna fuck you up, man. Yeah. I was like, I gave you $2,000.
That's wild.
And then you put that shit on your credit card. And this fool was talking about, he's like, I know, man, I'm just like going through shit. I don't give a fuck.
I don't care what you're going through.
I don't care.
I don't care what. I gave you this for what you're going through.
Yeah.
So go do that with what. Like, that don't make sense.
I don't give a fuck if you could beat my ass either. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'll figure out a way. There's crowbars. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, we can figure out with this weapons. We got a mic stand.
Yeah,
we can figure some shit out.
Japanese people figure out karate. We can figure some shit out, dude.
Like, we can figure that shit out.
I know ways. I will fuck you up.
That's just disrespect. That's disrespectful.
That's some disrespectful shit, man.
Fuck, man.
I can't believe that shit, man. Like, and I learned the whole money giving thing from my dad just because he goes like, if you really care about somebody, you're not gonna ask for that money back because it makes things weird. It puts pressure on them.
Yeah. Because if they genuinely fuck with you, they gonna get back. They'll pay it back either in work or either in you need a favor, like whatever, they'll pay it back in that way.
I gave somebody money recently, and I asked him to pay me back because I feel it's weird because when he asked me for the money that he needed, and I respect the guy a lot, but my thing was like, I said, I'm gonna give you this money because I've actually lent him money like five or six times. I gave it to him, but only because he really needed it, and I understand his art and his craft doesn't really make a lot of money.
For sure.
And he's still working fucking hard.
Yeah.
And I believe in the dude. So this last time I was like, I'm gonna give you this money. I was like, but if you take it, it's gonna come with a lecture. Are you ready for this? Right? And he took it. Funny. So I just told him, I was like, you're actually gonna have to pay me back on this one because you are in a financial situation, not because you can't make money, it's because you only want to make money the way you want to.
Yeah.
And you'd rather take money from somebody else than really bite down hard on your mouthpiece
and get to it.
Get to it.
Yeah.
So you can make money. I was like, it's just you only want to make money the way you want to. I was like, when I was doing like YouTube, just, vlogs and stuff, they were cool, but that's not what I wanted to do for a living.
Yeah.
I did it because it brought money and it allowed me to build out things that I wanted to do. Like, you have to understand that you're in a very fortuitous position where you're choosing not to make money.
And that's a big difference than not making money.
Exactly. You are choosing not to. So,
because especially if it's been 5-6 times, it's like, all right, something, there's an equation here that you got to figure out.
Yeah. And I'm like saying, you're working on your craft. You're working on this shit, and I understand. So I see the hard work. So I don't really feel bad, like lending you some money. But now it's at a point where you have to really earn your own way. Whether you like doing it or not, you just have to fucking do it.
You gotta do it. Yeah.
So those are those type of combos. Fuck, man, we're at an hour and a half in, dog. That's just crazy.
That's good.
Every time, like I have fucking, like I said, when I had Mike and Emmanuel, it was like an hour and a half. This shit usually only goes for 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
We just like fucking talking.
I know.
Black people be talking. What else you want to talk about? Nah, it's just, but that's a testament to our relationship. It's like we can talk about shit. I could literally make up a conversation about anything.
Dog, I'm talking about. Here's the weird thing, man. I'm always so fucking awkward around white people. It's like I'm trying to get rid of that shit. It's because I grew up in a black beauty supply store. So and I went to a black church growing up. I don't know how to talk to white people.
Yeah.
And like people don't understand this shit. It's like, I don't understand whether the fear comes of black people are the most fucking inviting, warm people I've ever met in my fucking life, dude.
I'm not here threatening nobody.
Yeah.
I've met very hood dude. This shit blew my mind. Let me tell you how I watched the movie Bridesmaids when it came out.
That movie is fucking hilarious, by the way.
Fucking, them white bitches funny.
Yeah.
I was in a studio deep in Atlanta, Georgia, with just where it looked like a trap house. Got there, the dude was like, "Hey man, what's up, man? Come on in." They had water for us, everything came in. Hey guys, take your time. We'll start when you. So we start with working. His homeboy comes in, hoodied up, bandanaed up, He was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" He introduced everybody. "Oh, what's up, man?" He was like, "Yeah, nice to meet you. Pleasure to meet you." I was like, "This dude sounds like Chick-fil-A." So he's talking to us. He goes, "Let me tell you something. Bridesmaids, that fucking movie is amazing." We all looked at him. We said, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, that new movie that just came out, bro? I just went and seen that." And he said, "Exactly what?" "Them white bitches funny." He's like, "I fuck with them. Like that shit was funny." And I was like, I don't get this notion of where this threatening feel of like black people. I was like, he came in. Yeah, you might. That's just how he dresses. But he came in. He talked to me about it, and he was like, he just went and seen Bridesmaids. He was like, it was nothing but white people in there. He's like, I went by myself. It was a great movie. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's just a cool dude.
It's just like media. A lot of it's media perception. And also, too, it's just like, my thing is this. I'm only scared of people who are like South Pole jeans. Because I know for a fact you went to prison and you just got out.
Yeah, you
100%.
You are a different individual. Because why would you even wear those?
I know. Why you got South Pole jeans and a fucking Sean John shirt on, bro? Like,
get your brands together.
Yeah. Like you a serial killer, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like I was when I went back home, there's like a certain part of Sacramento that's really hood.
Yeah.
And I think we live in nicer areas now. I'm not used to like hood ass areas anymore.
Yeah, no, me neither.
So when I go back, I'm a judgmental motherfucker. I'm like, you motherfucker, you guys, you better get the fuck out of my block. Like, and the funny thing is, like, just like 12 years ago, I was that. I was that dude hanging outside the liquor store.
Like, so a lot of it is perception. Like that's what it is. But it's just like, but like you said, some of the most inviting or like. You're not just running up to you like, hey, give it like.
Yeah, I think the cool thing about just like just any kind of like ethnic people outside just like white Americans, I feel like we all just kind of just mind our own business.
We don't be bothered. I'm not bothering you.
There's a couple.
That's why that shit with the cookout shit and the Becky and these are people just having a fucking cookout.
Yeah.
They're just minding their business. Like, this shit is nuts.
The only time I fucking get annoyed is if somebody's doing a cookout and they don't invite me. I'm like, yo, man, that shit look good.
I want to play.
Yeah, I want to play. Give me some,
I just
bro.
got a question. What is this energy? This is vodka?
Oh, yo, so this is a buddy of mine. His name is Tommy Lim. He's an artist, so he did a collaboration with this piece.
Yeah.
This is basically Four Loko.
Oh, no.
No, this is Four Loko.
Oh, fuck no.
I had this shit last week when he came on the podcast, and I had to do a flight out that day. I was fucked up till the next day.
You were wired, huh?
I was wired, and I wanted to throw up, and I wanted to die at the same time.
So many emotions going on at once.
This shit is This is Four Loko. This is Four Loko.
That is wild.
Yeah, so he did the artwork for this shit. He's like one of my favorite artists.
That's cool. I mean, I can't read it, but that's cool.
Yeah. You can't read energy vodka, bitch.
Racist jokes.
You racist son of a bitch. That's like when I watch Food Network.
Yeah.
And they got like this French fuck on there, right? He's like, today we have the salmon and little tartare here.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he's saying. His accent's so thick, but they'll have like this chef named Chef Morimoto. He's just like, oh, today we have a salmon and we have a black rice. Like, you know what? But it's all subtitled.
Like, you know what the fuck he's saying.
He says salmon and rice.
You bitch.
But you got this French ass dude. He's like,
yo, the funniest shit. There's a sandwich shop by our house. This Asian woman, I go in there specifically to hear her talk to me because she's so nice. And I think she knows she's speaking fast and that I can't understand her because all my answers are, you lying. She be like, and my daughter, I'm like, you what? She did what? And she's so sweet. She tells me stories all the time. And I have to go home and say, all right, so I think she told me her daughter went to the bank and the bank wasn't able to deposit. I'm trying to piece her stories because she's talking so fast to me.
That'd be so funny. She's actually cursing you out, telling you to get the fuck out of the place, but you don't even know.
And I'm like, she's so nice.
Get the fuck out of here, black guy. Now you cut me, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna slice your leg off, stupid son of a bitch.
But that's why I fuck with so many of my comedians. We could joke about race and we can hug each other, but that's like, it's just life. Like, it is what it is. We not out here. I'm not saying I hate you and I never want, like, it's just funny shit. Like,
but that's like the cool thing about, you know what it is too? It's roast culture. Like, we didn't grow up. If you didn't grow up with roast culture, you don't understand anything is possible. In this conversation. Like, I found out when I came to this city, specifically because I don't have a lot of black friends out here. I think you guys are the only ones. And then roast culture is very particular. A lot of people think they can roast each other, but they can't. Like, I could say some of the most fucked up shit. You could say the fucked up shit, and as long as somebody's laughing, it's cool. So I found out immediately. I found out immediately that people just don't roast each other like that out here. So I, for example, there was a girl. She came at me with like some fat jokes. So I was like, oh, she likes to roast or some shit, right? And the bitch had no titties and ass, so I just started going in on her ass, right? I was like, I literally told her, I was like, if we were lost on an island, I would lay you down flat and let the rain hit your chest so you could collect water because that shit goes in. And then she...
That's fun.
Dog. And this bitch, I remember that joke specifically because I had the room dying laughing, right? And then she didn't talk to me for a couple months.
She didn't fuck with you. That's nuts. And that's just a regular joke. Like,
it wasn't even that hard. I was like, yo, that's just some. I was like, if you made fat jokes, I could say whatever I want about you.
One of the best roast jokes I ever heard in my life is Naeem, that's in the Plastic Cup Boys, Kevin Hart.
Naeem Lynn?
They had this old video DVD called Street Snaps. He told this white girl on there, he said, your teeth are so big, if you sneeze, you'll bite a hole in your chest. I said... Yeah. Do you know how smart of a joke that I said? What the fuck? She started crying. Bitch, get out of here! Like,
are you fucking kidding
get
me?
out of here! And then he said you can chew straw through a fence. He's like, them shits look like baby shoes. I was like, yo, he was going in, but that shit. If he's saying that to me, I'm laughing. That shit is funny. That shit is funny, laughing, dog. Dude. I love that shit because. Like, why? It's life, man. Be happy. Like, I'm not saying I don't want to hang out with you. It's just funny jokes. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Dog,
like,
when people roast,
you told me I look like a Jamaican youth pastor. I said, "Fuck, you got me. I don't have nothing." That shit was so funny. No, shit was great.
That's why I love that roast. But I found out too real quick when some people, like, I have a friend right now where she thinks that, man, I always have to say I have a friend because I can't say names.
Yeah.
But, like, she thinks that she could roast so well, right? But I know for a fact if I started roasting her, it's a wrap. Like, we wouldn't be friends. So I'm just like, you got me. I just have to take it because there's nothing that I could say to her that she'll just take lightly. Because I know so much shit about her. It's I would destroy you right now.
I would destroy
like I know all your deepest, darkest shits right now. I could fucking roast you for days, and then you would question life. So
I like a good roast to where I'm laying in bed. I'm like, how the fuck did he do that? Like, all right, like how did he? Okay, cool. And so as comedians, like people like us, like if you got a good roast on me today and I ain't have nothing, I'm be thinking about this shit. I'm like, all right, next time I see David, I got his ass. I'm waiting for the right opportunity. I got him. But it's just all love. Like that's just, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it makes me laugh. But because we grew up with that shit, it's just it was so fun because no hard feelings, man. There's no hard feelings because I'm just kind of enjoying the fucking joke as long as it's really creative.
Yeah, it was like that sneeze and bite. I was like, yo, that is amazing.
Some people, dude, they just got it.
Some people got it. Like Kevin got like they got it. They got it.
Like I remember the first time I saw Naeem Lynn, he just like I honestly think that Naeem Lynn's stand-up was better back in the day than it is now. And I think maybe it's because he's writing for a lot of Kev stuff. So he's giving him like the best material. But dog, when I watched Kevin Hart live in Sacramento, Naeem was the funniest one, even Kevin Hart set.
He's funny. He's fucking funny.
I was in tears laughing. And he said, this fool said, he says like, yo, sometimes like black folk are so fucking dumb. He was like, that's how he started that shit off. He was like, why? He was like, because this motherfucker, he was like, I have my shit on a poster and this dude thought I was like fucking around. He was like, yo, man. He goes, I didn't know your name was Naeem. He goes, I thought your name was Nah, I'm lying. Dog was like, he was like, fucking black people are so stupid. I mean, he just like clowning on like his own.
I'm lying. Yeah. But that's the funniest shit. I can talk about my culture all day. Cause you can talk like that's just fun. Nah, I'm lying.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yo, he had the whole fucking stadium just cracking the fuck. He had like a 20-minute set, and I thought his 20-minute set was better than Kevin's hour.
That's why I love Andrew Schultz and all these people who are just pushing the envelope. They're just saying fuck it, like we're just out here. We're gonna tell comedy, like because like when you look at old comedy, they was ruthless.
Yeah,
ruthless.
And you were allowed to like it or dislike it and just move on.
And move on.
Yeah. They're not trying to create a social movement.
They just move the fuck on.
Like, working a set.
It's working a set.
I'm just working a fucking set, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But hey, man, that wraps this podcast.
Yeah.
Yo, Rome, where can they find you?
All right, you can follow me at iRome IROME a lot on Instagram and Twitter. Rome Green Jr. is my snap. Dormtainment is the group on everything. And
shout out your podcast.
Oh yes, we have a podcast called The Comedy Trap House that comes out on Tuesdays, and we have a Patreon where we talk about like spiritual stuff. We talk about energies and healing and all the LA shit you could ever think about. Just life shit. It's called Boss Talk. Talk about Boss Talk. That's what it's called on Patreon, and you can search that on Patreon, Comedy Trap House. Yeah, man, that's all the stuff.
Cool. Well, you can find the Genius Brain podcast on iTunes, Spotify, all those audio platforms. Give us that 5-star. Leave in the comments below about the fucking dumb, stupid shit we were talking about.
Pretty much.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.